And we've also just introduced Rodney's wife, Patricia. But we've also got 4 of the basketballers that Ian has helped train over the years and has led to so much success that the Esther Foundation has had in basketball. But Ian himself is a familiar face in the Perth film fraternity for more than 20 years in his capacity as state manager for Paramount Pictures and United International Pictures. He's built a formidable reputation over his years in the industry, not to mention a sound knowledge and a passion for film. During his career with Paramount and United International, Ian worked on countless films, including blockbusters and Australian productions. More recently, he's been appointed the chairman of Revelation Perth International Film Festival, which is regarded by those who know as one of the best, if not the best, Australian independent film festival, showcasing a large range of independent feature films, documentaries and experimental works. Since June 2014, Ian has embarked on his own production as managing director of the Backlot Studio in Perth, which is located between Northbridge and Leederville. It's a 50-seat state-of-the-art cinema designed not only for corporate film screenings and presentation use, but also to service filmmakers and post-production and editing facilities. But that's enough about Ian's film side of it. That's not what we're here about. Despite his extremely busy schedule, Ian has found spare time in committing to his weekly volunteering work coaching the Esther Foundation Young Women Basketball teams, plural. And he's equally as passionate, and the Gorby will love this, about his footy team, the Fremantle Dockers.
Good boy, good boy.
Gorby was not on the selection panel, but he did give it a tick. We'll hear from Rodney later on about the Esther Foundation, but many of us already know that it's an extensive residential health development and leadership program based here in South Perth for young women to overcome life-controlling struggles and issues. And we in the club have been very happy to help in a small way in some of the projects that Esther Foundation has. And I think Rodney will tell us more about the Fiesta run this Sunday, and I'm sure he'll welcome people to witness that. And he's got another catering show for 300 people this morning. So you can imagine how busy they are. But back to Ian. For nearly 20 years now, Ian has been a very dedicated, loyal and extremely effective volunteer at the Esther Foundation. His role with this organisation first started when he started taking young women for exercise each Monday night, after which he would buy the dozen or so girls a Red Rooster meal. As the years went by and the numbers increased, I think the Red Roosters sort of fell off by the wayside. But Ian, who is an ex-state soccer player, established initially 1 and then 2 basketball teams that competed in the local basketball association. Ian took on the role of basketball coach, committing himself to training every Monday night with the increasingly larger number of program participants at Esther, and never missing a Saturday afternoon basketball match, even when his beloved Dockers were playing. How's that for dedication? And more incredibly, is under Ian's guidance and enthusiasm, the Esther teams have over the years won 9 premierships. Fantastic, great effort. Ian remains the Esther Foundation's longest serving volunteer as the fitness and basketball coach of recovering young women suffering from addiction, mental health, depression, self-harm, abuse and many other ailments. There are now dozens of Esther Foundation basketball participants who have discovered their self-esteem and as a result of Ian's coaching and team bonding. But this is not just about the basketball. As you'll hear from several of the Esther Foundation young women we have a guest today, Ian has continued to play a very important function as a positive role model and mentor for the restoration of many broken lives. Through his commitment, passion and love of life, Ian has enabled many of the young women to realise that they are highly valued and get whole and healthy once again and can achieve great things in their lives. We at Mill Point Rotary, and I get a bit emotional here, are pleased to acknowledge and celebrate the dedicated and outstanding efforts and contributions made by Ian Hale to our community through the Rotary Unsung Hero Award. Please acknowledge Ian. before, yes, I think before we give the award